Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
And he's a musical visionary. He's been around, as you know, a very long time.
Michael?
Yes?
This is Quincy. Can I call you by the name we usually talk to each other by?
Yes, if you want.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Smelly. What you say?
He said, I'm scared.
Smelly. Okay.
Now,
That's very affectionate because Michael does not use any profanity, ever. Right? Right, Smelly?
No,
And so when it got good, we said, that's stunk. He said, don't say that. It's smelly jelly. You know?
Wow, guys, man. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, man. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, man. Lionel Richie comes out and really calls Michael Jackson smelly. After all of this time, he's letting the cat out the bag. But I went back and found some footage where Quincy Jones was calling him smelly, but it wasn't because of that. They was calling him that because of just using other words instead of curse words. Now, who's telling the truth on this? OG, you there?
Man, I'm right here. Man, Mike didn't even mess with Lionel Richie like that. Lionel Richie got beat up by his wife for having a damn affair in a motel. So I can't believe, right when he said, let me just be honest, I knew he was lying.
Whoa.
But, you know, with a clone, they do carry a certain...
OG, what is this clone stuff you talking about, man?
A regenerated person that they made in person of someone else, a hieroglyphic that walks and talks and breathes just like you.
OG, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you about Michael Jackson being a clone. In 1979, you went viral on my show for saying that. I remember it, but
so it must work.
No. What I'm telling you is,
but what I'm telling you is that Lionel Richie don't know what the hell he talking about, but it does make sense.
Because the clone smells.
Because he's saying that because he was on the road and he didn't have clothes. Man, do you realize how many changes that Michael Jackson could make? You think he was going to let him go do a show with one outfit on?
Listen at this. Lionel Richie and Michael Jackson said Michael Jackson stunk so bad he was nicknamed Smelly. Michael Jackson, and this is TMZ saying, Michael Jackson may be remembered as the king of pop, but his pal Lionel Richie remembers him as being a stinky dude, literally nicknamed Smelly. The American Idol judge talks all about it in his new memoir, Truly, which debuted Tuesday. He writes, the late Quincy Jones is the one who offered up the unique nickname, and MJ didn't take it personal as he laughed along, realized that he was obviously to the fact that he hadn't changed or washed his clothes for a couple of days or so. Lionel says it wasn't the Thriller hitmaker fault. He was constantly on the road and he couldn't simply hire a dry cleaner because they wouldn't often steal his clothes. They would often steal his clothes and souvenirs. He also couldn't just drop by a department store for new clothes due to the level of fame. That was the further reason. What do you think about that he would bring this up, start calling the man stinky after he's passed away?
Well, today, people will say anything to get likes and views, to get controversy. Ain't nobody heard from anything from Lionel Richie, and I guess his ratings are going. Is he still on a TV show?
Yeah, I think he's on American Idol. The all-night-long singer writes in Truly that Michael therefore got into the habit of wearing the same pants until they was unwearable. He further remembers Michael's attire when they'd hang out penning. Whenever Michael came to visit me, he was wearing whatever, jeans and a t-shirt, and the jeans were either falling off of him or too short or even jeans, and they were just smelly. He adds he helped his pal out one time when he noticed he was smelling particularly unkempt and snuck him home and he could shower the first time in days. He also gave him clean pairs of underwears and jeans. Clearly, his hygiene didn't affect his ability to churn or hit after the hit celebrity status, as Lionel Richie writes. We all have our quirks. OG, I just think it's bad timing, man. I just don't know about this.
Well, it's the time of gossip, and do you think that Michael Jackson on tour, that I was on tour with Tony Hustle with Warner Brothers.
Okay.
And we were on tour on a tour bus, and the tour bus had a bathroom and a shower in it and beds. So you think they would drive Michael Jackson around somewhere without any facility for him to take a shower? So he slept in a station wagon. He didn't have a hotel. What is Lionel Richie really saying?
I don't know, because when Quincy Jones, he didn't call him stinky. He didn't call him that he smelled so bad.
Yeah, well, they said that Quincy and other people close to him called him smelly as a nickname for not saying a curse word.
Why did Lionel Richie turn it into this?
He just like you, just being honest.
Oh, gee, I say just being honest sometime, but don't put me in the boat with, I would never come back years later after somebody passed away, start bringing up negative stuff about them just to get views, likes, and sound bites, because we used to be partners when they was alive.
Soon as I die, you're going to say, oh, man, let me tell you one thing. OG wasn't that tough. Negro watch Jeffrey. I'm like, what am I going to be in hell like?
You're not going to be in hell, man. Please don't say that.
I'm like, hey, if everybody that you thought going to heaven would be so crowded, it'd be like the projects. All them Negroes you thought was in heaven. So I think hell probably be a little bit more spacious.
Okay, so OG, here we go, man. I really, really, really have a problem. And I'm a real big Lionel Richie. He with the Commodores. He saw him Brick House, homie. So when you look at Lionel Richie is not nobody to play with. Easy Like Sunday Morning, Truly in Love with You. All these songs he made, he is a hit maker. He did all those things just to bring it back to Michael Jackson stinks. He called him smelly. He wore my underwear. What?
All that plethora of great accomplishments he had stopped in the 80s. This is 2025.
OG, you always do that, man. You got to pay homage to the people who paved the way.
You got to quit bringing up these dead bodies and digging up graves and making them. We got new people now. Let the young. You know what? Omar Bradley was the mayor of our town, and his pops had passed. Groucho had passed, and one of our major ministers in the city of Compton, Reverend Fisher, said some dynamics. He said a dynamic eulogy for Groucho. He says, don't cry for Groucho. He says, because Groucho lived his life. He said he had a gardener, and the gardener had cut down his wife's roses, and his wife was so irate, said, fire him. And when he talked to Pablo he said, I gotta fire you because you cut my, he said, because the flowers, the roses had grown to the max and they were eating up the sun. And with them eating up the sun, they were casting the light off of the buds. The buds couldn't grow to the full potential because this old flowers was eating. Y'all quit eating up the sun and let these youngsters, hell with Lionel Richie. Not like that. Oh, geez,
I'm not gonna stand for you to sit here and talk about our legends like that. Now, he was wrong for calling Michael Jackson smelly, and you're wrong for saying that Michael Jackson was a clone, and clones sometimes smell. I don't agree with the stuff that you guys are saying about Michael. Michael's not here to defend himself, so therefore you need to take your hands and your comments and all that off of Michael. And that go for you, and that go for Lionel Richie, and that go for that white woman that you that started talking about Michael was a clone as well. You guys know that Michael Jackson, from Billie Jean to Living Off the Wall, to all the way to no matter if you're black or white.
See, that's where you start. That's where you start at when he became a clone. Stop the love you save may be your own. That's Michael Jackson.
ABC?
Ben, that's Michael Jackson. Now, if you want to prove this, Einstein, what we can do, let's exhume the body and see how it smells.
Wait a minute. So you're saying that Michael Jackson, you agree that Michael Jackson could have had an odor because he was a clone?
I don't agree with nothing you say.
Okay, well that's alleged, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the story has it, and a lot of people theorize it as that white woman came back and said Michael Jackson was buried in Never Land or whatever.
That's right. When she said it, everybody understood. When she brought the police report, when I said it, it was just conjecture. You just told
no, because you messed the dates up. That's why they didn't really want to believe you.
Messed the dates
yes,
up.
You did.
She concurred with the exact date that I said, 1979. She concurred with the exact date that the body had been there since that it had been dead since the late 70s. So that would not get on that, and that smell too. But just in order, it's just like Howard Hughes. Howard Hughes was a billionaire. And he stopped showering and he went into his recluse moment. And when he came to California, people thought he was a bum, a smelly old bum. And he was a billionaire. Then, Hughes Aircraft, Howard Hughes. So they said Michael didn't use deodorant. Michael, he just became recluse. So but I guarantee you, if whatever happened, they didn't say that to him. The fans, they were still hugging on him. And in Europe, none of them use deodorant. All of them stink.
So, all right, let's get out. So I'm going to ask you one more time. Do you agree with Lionel Richie that this thing, or do you just say, do you agree with him saying it at this time? Do you agree with him saying it at this time? After all these years?
Yeah, I don't agree with nothing Lionel Richie's saying. Nothing. Not one thing. Even if it is true.
Yeah, we don't know if it's true.
His wife beat him up in the motel with another woman, and they said he was smelly. They say she was a fourth degree black belt, and his wife caught him in a motel and broke his arm and had him defecate on himself. So yeah, he was smelly too that day, huh?
Where are you in this stuff at, man? Wow. I never knew that, man. I never heard that story. I got to look that up.
You better look it up when Lionel Richie's wife caught him at the motel with another woman, and she was a fourth degree. That was 1984. I was in San Quentin, so it had to be 83, 84. Yes.
Wow, he was hot then, boy. He was singing Brick House and everything by that time.
No, he was finished with Brick House.
He was jamming that Brick House back then.
That was in the 70s. Wait a minute, what's the name? What's the hit he had in 84? Not Lady. Oh, dang. He had a hot at the same time Tina Turner was singing Private Dancer.
Yeah.
He had a hell of a hit in 1983, 84. I can't think of it right now, but yeah, he's the guy. But he got whooped up by his wife. So tell him to tell that part since he being honest.
Well, guys, I want y'all to get in comments. Let me know what y'all think about this, man. This is crazy to me.
America, tell him in the comments we don't care nothing about how Michael Jackson smells. We trying to find out some more serious stuff in America. That's what we want to know.
Well, this was his debut to put out something he was putting out. What was he putting out again? It was some little article or something he was putting out, and he took his personal laugh and shot at Michael Jackson, man. And I'm like, why would you do that if he was your friend? Why would you do this to Michael? That's the part that throwing me off. If he's your friend, you man, may he rest in peace.
And Quincy never said nothing like that.
No, Quincy never did. I played a little bit of Quincy on Oprah Winfrey show back in the 80s and or back in the 90s, and he didn't say that. I mean, he called him smelly, but it wasn't because of that. And now you done twisted this all these years later and said that's why they did it, and I don't know what's up with this. And if you're watching, guys, get in the comments. Do y'all think that Lionel Richie is right for calling Michael Jackson smelly and putting it out here in the atmosphere now as if this, because he can't defend himself? Let me know what y'all think. And if y'all don't agree with it, then say it. And if y'all don't, do y'all agree that was Michael Jackson a clone during this time? There's a few things that been said allegedly. All this allegedly. I don't want no problems.
No, this is specific.
Boss Talk 101, man. And if you still watching, guys, make sure you check this out, man. Bodies is coming up everywhere in Houston. We don't know what's going on, but the mayor steps up. The politician just took the steps up today and say, this is not a serial killer. Guys, get in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. And when they said it, OG tried to give some information on it. You want to check this out. Boss Talk 101 reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.